Back when I first lost weight, I relied on running combined with an intense calorie deficit to shed fat. Honestly, I used to frown on the idea of walking, like it was reserved for more goers with fanny packs and power strides. Sure, I lost 90 pounds, but my knees were screaming, my shins were splinting, and I was so hungry I'd have chewed through a drywall if it had enough protein. Eventually, I couldn't run anymore, and as soon as I started eating normal again, the weight staged a comeback tour. By the time I realized what was happening, I had regained most of the weight. On my second attempt, things were different. I replaced running with walking, and not only did I lose 80 pounds, but I've kept it off for the past 16 years. Of course, I still lifted weights, ate the appropriate calories, and stayed active in other ways, but walking became the go-to for my daily activity. In this video, I'm going to break down 3 reasons why walking is king for fat loss and overall health. If you're new here, my name is Adam. I'm a performance nutritionist and online coach, and over the past decade, I've helped men and women like you lose fat and build muscle. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. You probably didn't realize that walking can have similar benefits to high intensity cardio. Neither did I. When I first came across the research, I was floored. It felt like finding out the healthy granola you've been eating for some time is 70% sugar. Back in 2018, I co-ran a HIIT studio that preached that HIIT was one of the best things you could do for fat loss and your health. But there was a pattern I couldn't ignore. Clients often complained about joint pain and feeling hungrier than a teenager in a growth spurt after sessions. It made me rethink my approach. And the research to date may surprise you. 2 studies highlighted by Mass Research Review compared high intensity cardio to low intensity options like walking. The takeaway, there was not much difference in fat loss or health benefits, provided you're hitting 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, or at least 150 minutes of moderate to intense physical activity a week. Adding in high intensity exercise might be the icing on the cake at best, but walking alone delivers incredible results. Last year, I walked my way to 5% body fat. Walking was the only exercise I did apart from progressive resistance training. I ended up coming 4th in my first ever show and was the most shredded competitor on stage. Not bad for my first show at 37, right? Of course, I also ate in a calorie deficit, ate enough protein and fiber. But if I had relied on running or daily HIIT sessions, I'm almost certain I would have burned out and probably developed a caffeine addiction in the process. I know what you're thinking, but HIIT burns more calories in less time. Doesn't that make it more productive? Sure, HIIT burns more calories in the moment, but what about the other 15 hours of your day? After high intensity cardio, your body slows down. You move less overall and your neat, non-exercise activity thermogenesis drops. Research shows you often end up burning the same number of calories across the day. Plus, HIIT can leave you feeling drained and ravenous, like your body just realized it skipped lunch at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Walking, on the other hand, is low impact and easy to sustain. You'll still burn calories, an average of around 200 to 400 calories per hour, depending on your weight. And because it doesn't leave you exhausted, you can do it daily without the negative effects of more intense forms of cardio. And if you want to lose fat and build muscle without feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, I also suggest hitting that like button and subscribe. Have you ever felt weaker going into a resistance training session, like your body hasn't fully recovered? That used to happen to me all the time the day after HIIT sessions. My body felt beat up, making it harder to progress. Over time, that can lead to a decline in strength and even muscle loss, especially if you're in a calorie deficit. There's also something called the interference effect. While it's often over-exaggerated on the gram, intense cardio can impact your recovery and reduce the amount of muscle you gain or maintain, which is not ideal if you're trying to look lean and muscular. Walking doesn't have that downside. It's non-concussive, joint friendly, and even helps improve recovery by increasing blood flow. So you can lose fat and preserve muscle without feeling like you've been hit by a truck. When I used to run, there were days when bad weather or mental fatigue made it easy to skip. Walking is different. It's so simple to incorporate into your day. You can take work calls, answer emails, or just pretend you're busy so no one bothers you. Plug in a podcast or an audiobook and learn while you're walking. Those who pair habits tend to be more successful at building habits. If it rains, grab an umbrella, a waterproof jacket, and head outside. If you don't feel like battling the rain, hop on an incline treadmill or a walking pad. When you're tired, walking can actually boost your energy without the risk of pulling something you didn't know could actually hurt. Sometimes I even walk between sets at the gym, adding up to 2,000 extra steps. And if I need more, a quick 10 to 15 minute walk on the treadmill after my sessions does the trick. Walking fits seamlessly into your life, unlike structured high-intensity workout plans that require a pep talk just to start. Start by tracking your steps. I use my phone, but a smartwatch or fitness tracker works just as well, if not slightly better. If you're currently averaging 4,000 steps a day, aim for 6,000 over the next few weeks. Once that feels comfortable, go for 7,000. Build that up gradually until you hit a level you can maintain. For me, that's around 9,000 to 11,000 steps on workout days and around 12,000 to 13,000 on non-workout days. Remember, 8 to 12,000 steps a day will likely deliver all the benefits, but even 6,000 steps a day is far better than 3,000. Try splitting your steps into multiple 20-minute walks throughout the day. Walking after meals is especially great for lowering blood glucose levels and improving digestion. So there we have it. Walking is effective, sustainable, and packed with benefits. It's muscle sparing, joint friendly, and helps you burn extra calories without leaving you exhausted. So get out there, walk more, feel better, and let walking transform your life like it did mine. I truly appreciate you for getting this far. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more tips, and drop a comment sharing your experience with walking. Let me know, are you a strolling enthusiast or just here for the step count hacks? As always, have the best day ever, and we'll talk soon.